Lovelace from BarryLovelace.com. As you can see, I have some bands in my hand. We're going to do an exercise, just one exercise today, to show you something that really, really benefits yourself, your athletes, if you're a fitness professional, your clients, and if you're, again, yourself, if you're training on your own. Yesterday, I had a fitness professional drive up to my gym, and I coached him. His basic reason why he was here is he wanted to find out why my athletes and why my clients are seeing results like after 2-3 sessions. As far as results with athletes, I'm talking increased vertical jump, hitting the ball harder, throwing harder, the whole 9 yards. With whatever athlete I train, the things that they need for their sport, they're seeing changes in right away. So he asked a question as we were working out, and what I also noticed something in his actions. So not only did his actions speak like volume, but his question did. And his question was, Barry, listen, we were halfway through. He's like, Barry, listen, I just want to know what you do and what your philosophy is and why your people are seeing results like in after 2 or 3 sessions. So I was kind of caught off guard because I just go about my business. I train athletes. I know in my head what I'm doing, and I talk about it in appearances and clinics and all that good stuff. But I never really go outside the box and look in and really study what I do. So I thought about it, and there's really 4 answers to that one question. But the one, again, this one sticks out the most because I saw his actions, is time under tension. Okay, I want you to really, really remember that and write it down. Time under tension. And what that means is, I'm going to go back first to his actions that I saw. In the beginning, he was showing me some of the movements that he does with his clients and his athletes. So one of the exercises was a row, okay? Down in a little squat, knees slightly bent, and he took the bands, and he went just like this. He was alternating. He goes, well, sometimes I have him alternate, and sometimes I have him just go fast. All right. Which is good, it gets your heart rate up, all that good stuff, which is fine. If you want to have a station set up or have your athletes just do this to get their heart rate up, that's fine, it gets the heart rate up. But here's another thing that you can think of. What is a purposeful meaning of that exercise? You have to have a purposeful meaning for every exercise you're doing and every workout. And a lot of us will just go and just work out. I'm just going to work out. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to work out because it feels good. Well, I saw him do a few exercises like that, and I remember, and I had it in my head, and I knew I was going to come back to it. So when he asked that question, I said, okay, let's just go with time under tension. I want to show you how you can make that exercise a little more worthwhile for your clients and athletes. So let's take this exercise. I'm going to switch bands. I'll step out for a second. They were doing, with the orange band, which is less resistance than the yellow one, they were doing this for maybe 45 seconds, okay? Boom, 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 forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, which again is okay. You're down in a little semi-isometric squat, which is working the legs, pulling, pulling, pulling. It's going to work the core a little, work your arms, work your back a little, all right? So we're going to take it, and now we're going to go time under tension with a little more resistance. If they could do that orange band for 45 seconds, they could do this band time under tension for at least 30 seconds, okay? For 30 seconds. If they can. Remember what I always say, if you can't do the exercise, please stop. If it's hurting, if you feel unsafe, it's bothering your back, whatever, stop. But this is what we did. So we took that same exercise. Then, actually here I'll give you one of the second answers is, you know I do everything proprioceptively, which is challenging the core in an unstable environment. You can't see it. I'll try to step back here, but I'm going to go on one foot, which is going to challenge the core. So we're on an unstable environment. I took that same exercise. And I do this with my athletes. Took that same exercise. Down in a semi-squat, shoulders back, pull, time under tension, controlled forward, back, controlled forward. Contraction, eccentric. What you'll see, you may see this. Okay, you may be doing time under tension. Back, and then whoosh, back, and then whoosh. Both parts of this exercise, contraction, lengthening, which is coming up, which is eccentric, is just as important, if not more. I believe it's more important. Eccentric, nice and controlled. Contraction, eccentric. Nice and controlled. So you see the big difference. Fast, controlled on one leg. Challenging the core, working that leg, working the glutes, working the back like we want to. And I had him do about 4 or 5 exercises that he showed me he was doing at an unstable environment, and we did it slow and controlled. And even with the same resistance that he was doing fast, he couldn't finish for that length, for that amount of time, because he was recruiting. That's the goal, time under tension, recruiting muscles, creating tons of energy in your muscles with those bands as you're going time under tension, as you're nice and controlled, slow movement. So if you're going 2 seconds back, 2 seconds forward, okay? Please remember that, time under tension. So if you're training your team on a court, if you're training yourself, if you're a fitness professional and you have clients, please watch them and tell them to slow down. Unless you have, unless you have a specific exercise that is just to get the heart rate up, which they can do, which is fun, but that doesn't mean it's going to work tons of muscles in their back. That doesn't mean, it'll work a little bit, but if you specifically want to take that same movement and work the back muscles and a little bit of the bicep, nice and controlled, then you're going to work them nice and, when you do it nice and controlled. So time under tension, work, take your workouts, look at them, and come up with a purposeful meaning for your exercises, okay? And then you're going to see results. So back to what I was saying, if you see your athletes on the court, I can tell you this right now, if you're training your team on the court, you're going to have to slow them down, because when I'm training a team, a club, I am constantly running over to a group and saying, slow down, slow down. If you want results and you want them quick, slow down, time under tension, recruit tons of muscle. If you're using bands, all that kinetic energy from stretching that band, as you stretch your muscles, it's going right into your muscles, and then they work quick. All right? So that's it. That's one of my little secrets. So time under tension, train with a purposeful meaning, and that's it. Good luck with everything, and I'll see you next time.